What is up, car friends of the internet? Today we are again working on the M3 track project list. We're going to a track event on November 6th, I believe. So we have a few more things we need to tick off the list. We just did the brakes. Today we're going to work on flushing the transmission and the differential fluid. This is a very easy task. It's just kind of a pain because you have to be under the car the whole time, but I'm going to do some voiceovers and show you exactly what you need to do to get it done. I've done it on a few different cars and it's a very similar procedure on each one. Should be a pretty short video, so check it out and then we'll get to working on more stuff on the list. Let's do it. So we're going to start under the vehicle. You will see me with a long breaker bar trying to take care of this drain plug. Basically, I tried to loosen the fill plug first. You can kind of see it sticking out above the plug I'm working on at the moment. This is important. If you cannot open the fill plug, then there's no point in trying to get the drain plug off because you cannot fill the differential back up. If you hadn't noticed, we are working on the differential first. This is the rear of the car. This car is rear-wheel drive. Basically, pull the plug, drain the fluid, torque the plug back to spec. This is where it gets actually extremely annoying / frustrating. Basically what you are going to do is, makes this fairly simple but very time consuming, is you're going to buy this little pump that fits on top of like an oil bottle. The oil that I bought is specifically made in a specific weight to fit in my limited slip differential. So basically you're going to keep pumping this fluid into the differential until you see the fluid start coming out of the fill hole. Basically that's your measure. There is no dipstick or anything like that. You're just going to keep pumping until finally you'll see it come out of the fill hole. This takes forever and your arm is going to be extremely tired. Clean up, torque it back to spec, good to go. Alright, now back on the transmission. This is basically a little bit different but the same exact process. You'll see in the middle, this is basically the drain plug. On the side there is a fill plug. Depending on your car and what transmission you have, you'll probably see them in varying locations, but basically there is a plug for each, just like there is on the differential. So the process for the transmission is much the same. Pull the fill plug first, then spin out the drain plug, then fill it, put the drain plug back in, fill it back up, you're good to go. Make sure you're using the correct fluids. The transmission and the differential take two different types typically. This is a manual transmission car, but it actually on these cars takes ATF. So you'll see the fluid come out, it's pretty red, which is good. That means it's probably been changed in the recent past. I like to inspect it anyway and make sure there's nothing weird, no metal shavings or anything in it. I'm going to follow the same process, use the same pump as you did before, just clean it out so you're not mixing fluids. Pump everything back in once again, pump until the fluid starts coming out of the fill hole. Put the bolt back in and you're good to go. Alright, last video we did the brake flush. This video we took care of the differential and transmission fluid. Hopefully you got enough info on how to do that. It's pretty straightforward. Basically drain and fill. Always make sure you can pull the fill plug out before you remove the drain plug, because once again, if you can't fill it up, you shouldn't be draining it. So let's see, flush the diff, flush the trans. Still got to get the coolant. Seat, register for the event. I haven't thought of anything else crazy yet. I've already done the oil. So yeah, give it a shot. Look it up on the internet before you try your car, because there might be something weird about your car, like a crazy like big Torx bolt or something. Who knows? Alright, and bye-bye.